'Cause I see what you do when you're not thinking. I'd be a damn fool if I let you slip.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
good. How are you? Anise the rapper. Welcome to the new Hot 93.3. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor.
No, it's an honor for me. You're so dope. Like, do you wake up in the morning and you're like, yo, I'm it. I'm lit.
I wake up in the morning these days and I just wonder if my allergies will go away anytime soon.
Right, same here. Okay, so let's talk real quick. You're a rapper, singer, songwriter, and I want to mix in the singer in there because you have amazing vocals. And I stumbled upon you through TikTok, either TikTok or Instagram, and it was before the Justin Bieber thing. So I just want to let you know.
I appreciate that.
And I say that to say that you've been penetrating this social media realm for a little while now. So who are you? What is your story? Weren't you in law school? Tell me about that.
Okay, yeah. We'll give you a little rundown. Yeah, I am a lawyer by I guess certification, but I've never practiced a day in my life. Once I passed the bar, I kind of had to make a decision about, do I really want to do this? Because I had crossed the finish line. We were in the end zone. We had to decide, do we want these points or do we want to be happy in life? So I knew that happiness for me didn't exist in law. And so I've always been singing, always been rapping, always been freestyling. And so little by little, I gained the courage to just open up on that in social media, going along with what you're saying. The social media realm was my renaissance. It was how I came to visibility for people, which for me was just the greatest possible way to unveil what truly mattered to me.
Which is interesting because when your process is a little bit different in that you let us in to the entire process, from like picking different melodies of songs that you have, or like maybe different lyrics that you're wrestling with. And that's such a vulnerable, intimate process. So how is it that you find comfort in doing that via social media versus in a private setting on your own?
Yeah, that everybody, some people like to think that social media is more scary, but in person is more comfortable. And other people think vice versa, that it's more comfortable on social media, but once they get out in the real world, it's scary. For me, I think I'm just at this point where I want to peel back the curtain and let people see what's going on. There's not I don't see too many artists that are incorporating their community in every part of what they're doing. And for me, my community that I've built on social media is the only reason why I'm here. It's the only reason why we're having this interview. It's the only reason why my songs are gaining traction. And so I see it as not only my duty, but I just feel it's natural to include the people who got me to where I'm at in that process of, hey, let's get on live and freestyle and come up with a chorus for my next song. Hey, I'm debating between this verse and this verse. What do you guys think?
I love that.
I find it's very interactive.
Super interactive, and people love engaging with you because they feel like they're a part of the process as well, which makes you more endearing to people, right? Now, what I'm curious about is, at what point did you make the decision? Were you already undergoing this process on social media when you decided, law's not for me? Or was it a clean split? Like, you know what? I'm going to go with the no. And then the social media started out. What came first?
So at first it was, there was no thought of music when I was in law school. It was a dark time for me. I'm not going to lie. To be honest with you, I was depressed in law school. I saw no light at the end of the tunnel for what I was doing. I hated waking up because I didn't want to go to school, and I didn't want to go to sleep because it's like, when I wake up, I got to go back. So for me, it wasn't until after I passed the bar and I had a chance to there was 3 months in between taking the test and getting the results. So in those 3 months, I did a lot of soul searching. And then once I got my results, it was like, okay, you got to make a decision. And actually I started vlogging. I started going on YouTube and vlogging for people and just showing them my day-to-day life. I vlogged parts of my honeymoon. I vlogged parts of, my life just as a person. And I found naturally that music kept finding its way into those vlogs. I wanted to sing for people. I wanted to show them a cover. And so it was like, okay, you know what, Anise, maybe subconsciously this whole time, you don't really want to vlog. You want to make music. And this is just the only way you found comfort in sharing that with people. So
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So your latest single, Slip.
mhm.
Beautiful song. I mean, your
Thank,
flow is so unique. I'm such a fan.
thank you.
What was the inspiration behind that? Or who
Ooh.
inspired that?
Well, there's no hiding who inspired. It's definitely my wife. And in terms of the inspiration for it, it started as a freestyle. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll find a beat from a producer who I've either befriended on social media or just who I really enjoy their style. And on that particular day, I was just freestyling. And typically when I freestyle, I'll record on my iPad or on some, on my computer while I'm just going at it. And after a couple of different freestyles on that beat, I was like, okay, I know what this song's going to be about. This is a love song, right? And once I kind of took notes on my freestyles and figured out what it was, it came natural because it's like, all right, I wasn't coming up with lyrics that were new to me. These were things I feel in my day-to-day life. The things you hear in the song is just how I feel about my wife. So it wasn't, I didn't have to come up with anything. It was just sharing how I feel.
Right. Which is probably why it comes off so authentic and so organic. Let me ask you, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. Oh my gosh, a baby. Okay, that makes sense. And then your parents, because you went to law school, so I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, that some of that push came maybe from your family. Am I right on that? Or
It's so tough to say. It's so tough to say because my parents
that was
never.
a loaded question, to be fair. So my apologies, but
No. And the answer is going to be loaded as well because they never said go to law school. They never said you got to do this. Even though my dad is an attorney, they never steered my direction. I had no direction. And so they offered suggestions and law was one of them.
right.
And to me, look, my talent has always been words. It's always been words. Growing up, Scrabble, Boggle, crossword puzzles, word searches. That was my zone. So when you're good with words, and at the same time if you're good with words and your only things that you're considering are the traditional paths, then what are you going to do? You're going to be a lawyer. Maybe you're going to be a teacher. Maybe you're going to be a public speaker. But you have to have a different type of belief in yourself to say, okay, I'm good with words. I'm going to be an artist. I'm good with words. I'm going to write songs. Because especially in a traditional culture, it's hard to envision, okay, yeah, I'll put my words to use in a career path that doesn't guarantee me any money, in a career path that doesn't give me a W-2. So they didn't push me to be an artist. They didn't push me to be a lawyer, but I think I sort of had small vision at the time. And so I was like, all right, this is my only option.
Which makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it's what you've
Yeah.
seen. So how do they feel now that they've seen you embark on this journey?
They're my number one fans for sure.
Love it.
When my mom goes to Trader Joe's, she's trying to get the cashier to follow me. My dad will be on calls with clients and pitch my Instagram to them. So they're very much so. Good. They're boosters for sure.
Good. And how do you feel, right? Because you're right in that, okay, so you're coming from this very dark place of being in law school, not knowing where to go, embarking and really taking a leap of faith in this career that is so fickle, volatile sometimes. I mean, what are you feeling? Are you consistently, do you have this consistent belief in self that's driving you, or what is it? How do you feel?
So, yeah, I feel something new every moment. and I do have a delusional self-belief in myself. I believe in myself to no end, for sure. Otherwise, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And so, and I understand that nobody will ever believe in me like I believe in me, and that's okay. So I have doubts. I have moments where I'm super proud of myself. There's moments where I get big affirmations that tell me, you're in the right spot. Just keep applying the pressure and you're bound to succeed. But then there's moments where I have, weaker thoughts where it's like, oh, I'll never be good as this person. I'll never be as good as that person. So I believe as an artist, every day and every moment, really, you're fighting a mental health journey and battle to strengthen the way that you feel, because like you said, it's very volatile. If I get 30,000 views on a post on Instagram, I'm swinging up.
Yep.
But if my next post, I don't see enough views in the first 10 minutes, I'm down. And so I think because volatility is such a nature of this business, I try to stay in the middle.
Yes.
Even when the big things happen, I try to remind myself, don't let your happiness be attached to that. Don't let your happiness, don't let your belief in yourself be attached to the amount of likes, because that could always switch. The algorithm could always switch it up on you.
Yes.
And so, I try to feel calm and steady, because if I get too high or too low, it's just not healthy.
Right. You want to be grounded in your belief in self, and you should, because you're super talented. But all of a sudden, right, you're on the live, I get the notification. Then it's like, Anise, the rapper, going live with Justin Bieber. I said, wait, I had to stop everything. I stopped everything I was doing.
Yeah.
And I clicked on that bad boy.
Yes.
Get out of here, man.
Yes.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro.
Yes, bro. What? Oh my God, you're so talented, bro. Oh my God. Yo, can you do it one more time, bro? We got 60,000 people in here. They need to hear
bro,
this
of course.
song, bro.
How did that happen? Did he just randomly follow you? Did he randomly find you? Was there a rapport beforehand? Give me everything.
Yeah, I'll give you as much as I have, but to be honest with you, I don't know anything. It's a God thing. Like, he followed me. I don't know why. I mean, I imagine it's because he loves the music, but I don't know how, is what I'm trying to say. I had no idea he was going to show up in my life. I had no idea he was going to comment and gas me up. I had no idea he was going to request to join. But for me, when you're in that position, you just got to go with it. It's a blessing, and you just roll with it.
Yes.
And so a lot of people have asked me, hey, Anise, how? Just tell me the story. How? I don't know. And to be honest with you, I'm okay not knowing, because I am a person who is a man of faith. And I do believe that a lot of times a lot of times things happen in your life that are divine, and you just don't know why. And that's okay. And, you don't need to know the reason behind every blessing, as long as you try to honor those blessings,
right.
And be worthy of them. And that's what I'm trying to do. When a big moment like that happens, the biggest artist in the world shows you love, it just makes you want to be worthy of that love. It makes you want to grind harder to make better music and write lyrics that are even more vulnerable, even more true to yourself. And so, yeah, but going through my mind was just go. Something took over, and I was just in go mode.
And you know what? It's God sending you signs, like, keep going, obviously it's working. So just keep going. So
absolutely.
Your wife, what does she feel? Is she like, oh that's my man, or is she like, because it's interesting being in that situation or in that position.
Right. Well, she's so not a spotlight person, and so to have a song written about her be elevated to that level of stage, right, where there's 60, 70,000 people on a live hearing a song about her, that's not really anything she ever imagined. And she's very humble and low key. And so I think she's incredibly proud, and she always has been. Like you said, you've been following music before this, and she's been rocking with me from day one, even before day one. So she didn't need this to be proud, but I think a moment like this for her is definitely a moment where she's got to feel good, because she's been believing in this from day one. So just as much as I have. So I think for her, she's proud of me and my music, and she's so selfless and humble that I don't think she even thought about what it means for her, really.
That just touched my whole heart. That was beautiful. Okay, so from the collection of songs that I've heard or snippets, you seem to be going toward the conscious rapper end of things. Now, I don't want to box you into anything, but what would you say that's true? Is that the goal is that what you're going for? Do you want to make more conscious music?
So I think the conscious nature of the lyrics is just inevitable for me, because I have to be passionate about what I'm making. And I couldn't feel passionate about anything I was making that didn't have meaning, that didn't have depth, that didn't come from a conscious thought. And so I do know that whether I don't know if I would call it conscious rap, because like you said in the beginning, I don't want to be known as a rapper. I don't want to be known as a singer. I just want to be known as an artist. And so I think people will always be able to expect from me that any song I make is going to have depth to it, because I could not make a song. There's really good songs that I love that aren't that deep.
Yeah.
And the world needs that music, because sometimes that's just celebration music. It's vibe. It is what it is. But for me, I just probably can't make that, because I'm too, to my own fault, I'm too beholden to depth. And so maybe as my career evolves, I'll find that that's not the case. And maybe I'll learn how to make some songs that are a little bit more just fun and playful. But for now, yeah, I think that's the wave I'm on. It's like, I'm trying to bare my soul for the world. And so there has to be depth in it, whether I'm singing, whether I'm rapping, whether it's more spoken word vibe, it's going to have to be, and I think people are, what I love, and this is probably the best way I can answer your question. What I love about Slip, I think I was able to crack the code a little bit, where I was able to give a song to people that was really deep and conscious, but still somehow had, I would like to say, mass appeal. And so I think if I can find that sweet spot, right, between depth and mass appeal, that would be like, that's the Lauryn Hill point I'm trying to be at.
But they all do, because there was another song. It's called Drunk on Myself. That's deep. That's and it's still, it hits that point where it's still catchy. I want to keep hearing it. I want to sing along to it. And I think what's beautiful about you and the work that you're doing is that regardless of who you are in 5 years, right? In terms of like whether you're making music that's super deep or not, you're authentic. And that's what comes through. And I think that's what resonates with people the most, is the authenticity behind the music. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for being open and vulnerable and sharing the whole process. Because I love it when you're like, all right, guys, listen to this melody with this same song. What do you think about this? I think it's brilliant. It's different. Nobody's ever done it before. So I applaud you for that. And I hope that it's just up from here on out. And I'm pretty sure it will be. So,
well, thank you so much for having that sort of belief in me, because, like we talked about earlier, it can be a volatile game, the social media music world. And so to know that people really believe in what you're doing and see in me what you see, it's very reassuring that the authenticity, because authenticity doesn't always give you affirmation. And so, and I posted about this the other day on Instagram. So it's hard to stay authentic sometimes if your heart is yearning for affirmation. And so I try to make sure my heart is not yearning for affirmation, but instead just yearning for integrity and for peace and inner peace. And so it means a lot that you.
That was a word. That was a word. Tweet that, everybody. Tweet that. What can you say? Like, what advice can you give to somebody who is trying to embark on the same journey you're on? Because you're in a very interesting space in your journey.
Yeah, there's a lot I would say. If I had to boil it, I'll try to boil it down to one piece of advice. If you have enough passion, delusional self-belief, talent, and hustle in you, you will succeed. Like if you, and that's a recipe. You have to have all of them. You can't, without one of them, it doesn't taste as good. You need to be talented first. And whatever it is you're doing, art, math, science, whatever. You need to be willing to believe in yourself to a point where everybody else thinks you're crazy. Because they all thought I was crazy when I made my path change. You need to be willing to hustle till no end. Like you need to be willing to pull those late nights. You need to be willing to be exhausted. And you got to have that passion. And if you can put all those things in one cocktail, I promise you, it may not happen when you expect it, but it's not a matter of if, it's only when you will see that the picture of your success will come to fruition, puzzle piece by puzzle piece, if you're willing to put those things together.
Yes, that was brilliant. Thank you so much, Anis the Rapper. Is that what we're calling you? Like the whole thing, Anis the Rapper?
No, just Anis. Just Anis.
All right. I just want to make sure.
I appreciate you asking, because I know my handle is confusing.
Yeah.
But if Instagram, if you're listening, if you want to give me that Anis handle, we'll take it.
Oh yes, it'll come. It'll come eventually.
Let's manifest that.
Really quick, I see the crucifix hanging off your mirror there. What do you practice? What's your religious background?
I'm an Orthodox Christian, and so that's the faith of the people from the Levant, from Palestine, from the Middle East. Where Christianity was born. And so, yeah, it's my faith is a big part of everything in my life. My spiritual life is the, you know, the common thread throughout all the music people hear. And I'll probably never make music that's explicitly, you know, Christian, or, you know, I'm not going to make religious music, but I like to think that no matter if you're a religious person, spiritual person, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, whatever, I like to think that the spiritual message rooted in my faith connects with people. And that's why, you know, I'm never shy to talk about it. When people ask on my live, like, do you believe in God? It's like, yes, of course. And I don't shame anybody who doesn't, but for me, yeah, my faith is integral. So I got the crucifix. I also got the Domino's box back there to remind me of my pizza delivery days. So that's the full picture of me.
Keeps you humble, right? What is it your faith that keeps you going on the days where you feel the doubt set in?
Ooh, yes. And I would say it's my faith in God and my faith in myself. And I think that I believe God is in all of us. So if I'm believing in God, I'm believing in me. And so, you know,
Come
yes,
on, somebody. Anise dropping gems on today. Thank you so much. What can we expect next from you? When is the next single dropping? I saw somewhere early May.
Yes. So Love is Crazy is dropping in early May. And then Drunk on Myself, we're going to celebrate that at the end of May.
That's what I'm waiting for, Anise. That's
Let's
my jam. That's my
Let's get
anthem.
it.
Okay. So thank you so much for being with us. I will let you know when all of this airs. I think you're amazing. As I've told you before, keep going, keep working, because the fruits of your labor are going to come to fruition sooner than you think. I know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you manifesting that with me. And it is an honor and a privilege to be here with you. And the fact that you believe in my music means the world to me. So thank you so much.
No problem. Have a great day. Kick ass and take names, Anise.
Hey, you feel it. It's the vibes.
Bye.
Bye.